Hey, it's Soul here to fill you in on what is up this week in Warcraft. Hit the like button, subscribe for more content, follow me on Twitch so you can catch me live, and let's talk Dragonflight Week 2. Now that we're on the second week, many of you may have realized just how different this expansion feels compared to Shadowlands, which had some pretty punitive weekly requirements and must-dos, otherwise you fall behind. The feeling of being behind will never go away, although it's way less impactful than it was before, but whatever the case, I'll do my best to guide you through your typical outdoor routine if that's your thing. This is the second and final week of the preseason, so for pure gearing, here's what you want to do. A round of Mythic Zeros will get you your last chances at Mythic Dungeon gear and Titan Matrix 4s that let you craft any missing pieces that you have. Bit of a plug, as you may know, I'm going all in with crafting top quality shields. Send your orders and best materials to me over at Bleeding Hollow, and I'll try to get to as close of a rank 5 for you. PvPers have a world quest on their map each day to earn extra honor and bloody tokens for PvP gear. Sometimes the quest results in a bloodbath, other times it's dirt easy, so check back each day for an opportunity. For some reason you can't see what that quest is unless you leave the capital, it's a silly bug, but oh well, and also don't forget the chest that randomly drops in while you're in war mode. Dragonflight's formula of farming is a series of weekly objectives, followed by degenerate farming should you so choose. If you're wondering why some players are already nearing the end of the renown track, I'm gonna kind of clue you in shortly. Whatever the case, start off in Valdrakken and pick up some weekly quests to obtain reputation and clear out dungeons for more rep. For efficiency's sake, complete and turn in the dungeon quest to give credit towards the weekly rep quest. That's not a huge deal though, because completing the zone activities and world quests throughout the week will give you more than enough rep for the weekly. Before you do any big series of turn-ins though, take advantage of the Darkmoon Fair. The 10% rep bonus isn't huge, but it works, and it all adds up. Definitely get this buff before turning in weekly quests or opening up loot boxes that contain rep. While you're at the fair, the zone has new profession quests that give skill points, spec points, and artisan's metal. Make sure you do those on each of your crafting characters. If you have the time, try to complete these later in the week but before the fair ends. Skill points closer to the max of 100 are going to be harder to get, so those extra 2 points are pretty precious. Now let's talk zones and factions. Over on the Waking Shores, there's a round of weekly quests for the Dragon Scale Expedition. Definitely knock those out, and if you need to, resupply yourself with shovels to dig for garbage. The Clubhouse, ran by Rathian and Sibelian, is much more involved, but it starts off with pledging to help one of them and completing a series of weekly quests. For the chill sorter player, that's all you need to do for this zone, but for us low-life degenerates, we can hard farm this rep too. At Renown 5 with the expedition, you can use shovels to dig up mysterious dirt piles that I lovingly call garbage. But this garbage is fantastic. You often dig up tokens to turn in, sometimes primal chaos, resources, even shards of knowledge for your professions. Helping Sibelian and Rathian beyond the weekly quests involve mass killing. I suggest joining the group for these to create these keys. Materials for said keys are made by killing mobs and rares that respawn pretty quickly. Put them together and you can turn in a key for rep. Turn in enough keys to unlock events, which give more rep. The siege on Dragonbane Keep, which gives Valdrakken Accord rep, can be done once for a big reward, and also done every time for a smaller repeat rewards. Do these activities forever if you feel like it, or not, it's totally your choice. Over in the Anoran Plains, the Alag camp sets up shop every few days. I can't say this with full confidence, but when they do move, a new round of quests is made available, and it can be knocked out pretty easily. In all of the zones, not just this one, great hunts take place that have you complete a series of tasks. At the end is a big reward, but it can be repeated for additional tokens to turn in, and each time you participate in a stage of the hunt, you get a bit of reputation too. Finally, there's an event that takes place to the south that gives a chance at gear and, you guessed it, reputation. In the Azure Span, the Cobalt Assembly is propped up and available to farm to completion if you want. There is a great item level 389 ring that everyone should get for a very nice throughput boost. The Iskar and Tuskar have their soup event that takes place every few hours, just like the Great Hunt, just like the Dragon's Bane Keep event. Join up and do what the chef says for small rep gains each time a task is completed. Complete 5 as a weekly quest and you get a reward, and at the end of the community event you get a nice little goodie. Repeat these and turn in tokens for additional rep. Through Renown, players can also unlock fishing dailies that are in fact dailies to complete for a little bit more rep. Now let's shuffle this into a bit more of an organized set of bullet points. The following refresh weekly: the weekly rep and dungeon quest in Valdrakken, first-time rewards for helping out the Super Dragon Bros, expedition bounties, the Great Hunt, and Community Feast. To a smaller extent, the Storm and Elemental events in the Plains and Valdrakken, respectively. Every few days, consider completing the following: most world quests, which refresh around Friday or Saturday in the EU region. The Alag Camp quests, which follow a more independent schedule, but it's still pretty much every few days. Just take a look at the map. Every day, the following will refresh: Pet Battle and Outdoor PvP World Quests, as well as fishing dailies for the Tuskar. And the following you can do just about endlessly for rep: killing rares, all the weekly activities can be repeated for small gains, farming up keys in the Waking Shore for turn-ins and event rep, and farming up tokens by digging garbage up from the ground, opening bags, finding random treasures, and so on. It's a lot to do, and yet at the same time, very little you have to do for decent rewards. It's easy to get jealous of people who are racing to the end, but the way that I'm seeing it, it's not exactly taking away your experience. I've been seeing people stoked about getting all the PvP crafting recipes, unlocking black dragon skins, or just getting to level 65. It's been pretty wild. And for now, that's kind of it until Season 1 begins. I hope this helped organize your routine just a tiny bit, and if so, hit that like button, subscribe for more content, and I hope to catch you on stream. Until next time, folks, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay breezy.